Hey, this is Lavia calling in from Gwinnett, and you know when I'm having a long day, I'm locked in with DJ J Thrill on Global R&B because I know he's playing all the hits.
You're catching the thrill through your speaker box. You're banging the hits with Mr. Make It Happen himself, DJ Thrill.
Hey, we back in this thing like we never left. We had to hit you upside your fat freaking heads with these R&B hits. I'm still chopping up here with my player partner, Aishah, Haneefah.
What's poppin', y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
We living in life. We living life, and I still got my son of who I am proud of, Malik in the building. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all, man?
All right, so like I said, we getting into the show. We're gonna talk to the young adult right here in the room inside the basement today. He came on down to get a little comfortable. I hope that you, the listeners, went ahead and kicked your shoes off and made yourself comfortable while you're here in the basement. We're gonna talk to the young adults and see what they got inside their heads for the future. But before we even get right to them questions, Malik, go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, as y'all know, I'm a senior in high school, and there's a lot of titles that I go by, but a lot of people know me as just the kid with the camera. Like, wherever I'm going, I'm gonna have a camera in my hand. That's like my biggest passion. And yeah, I'm a YouTuber as well. I do sports photography. Yeah, I want to be a film. I want to be a film director when I grow up. Excuse me. So that's like what I want to when I grow up. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and drop your handles where they can find you on YouTube?
My YouTube is Jamil with exclamation mark JAMILE. My Instagram at SND Malik.
All right, Mr. Malik here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. What's the first thing you're gonna do after graduation? The first thing you're gonna do as soon as you walk across that stage, what you gonna do, man? Because I know what I did. We went to the Waffle House and I came back and we turned up at your grandmama's house. What's you gonna do?
I'm gonna go hug my parents, probably listen to some music, and then Waffle House do sound good. After every function, I go get Waffle House, so I'll probably actually do that. So
it's been obvious that I haven't been that good of an influence. We've been taking them straight to get that All-Star special.
Look, you have been a great influence. The first thing he said, I'm gonna go hug my parents. Shout out to you and Dutch.
Thank you.
All right, man. I like it. Well, like I said, son, I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank
you.
You.
Are you excited to be? Are you gonna be excited to be done with this chapter in life, or are you a little low key terrified? You can be honest.
I'm most definitely excited. I think it's normal to be terrified, and at the beginning of my senior year, there's probably more of that feeling. Mm-hmm. But in terms of I think when you get in a situation like this, you always have to go back to what you're rooted in. And I'm deeply rooted in my faith. And I just feel like whenever I felt that feeling, I just leaned back on that and put one foot in front of the other. So now it's just more of excitement. And I've gotten used to getting into the pattern of just, okay, one step, next step, and we just going to get to where we got to go.
Okay. All right, young man. All right. Hey, if I can give a little bit of advice, my son, if I can, it's okay to be nervous because you don't know exactly what the next thing's gonna happen for you. Like you can plan everything, but it's always gonna be obstacles that come in front of you. You know what I mean? Wait, you just gotta learn how to go forward and be able to maneuver through them obstacles. Mm-hmm. And so it's okay to be a little terrified, but as long as you got, like you said, you got your faith and you got your parents that you can always lean back on, mm-hmm. but not too much because I'm gonna let you fall a little bit. I gotta let you fall. But what you got for them? What you got?
Well, I want to know what will you miss about high school?
Oh Lord,
I don't know if I miss nothing. What do you think you will miss?
I would definitely miss the bonds that I made with my friends because I hold that very, very dear to my heart. And I'm not the type of person that really goes for popularity or stuff like that. I'll keep a few friends with me and you're going to be my family. That's just what it's going to be. So I definitely miss that for sure.
I can dig that. Yeah. The popularity, especially the popularity part. Unfortunately, I would say, son, this is where you're going to learn right here that on your course to success, everybody ain't gonna be able to come with you. You want to try. Hopefully, your close knit friends, they understand what you're trying to do, and y'all are encouraging each other. Yeah. But everybody ain't gonna. But if everybody's not on the same path, you gonna see. And Aisha, you probably can tell them the same thing. Mm-hmm. Some people gonna be trying to hold you back, or hey, let's go to this party. Nah, I got to go study, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you got to stay the course. You got to stay focused. You got to stay locked in. A lot of times people feel like you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to have these opportunities to mess up. That's not true. A mess up can set you back some years that you can't get back.
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
don't want to wait until your 30s and your 40s to try to get your life together when you had the opportunity to do it, your late teens going into your 20s. Literally, stay focused and stay locked in.
Yes, ma'am.
100%.
That's the best thing you could do for yourself. I want to ask another question. I want to go back to this film, okay? Because I'm over here taking notes on you, young man, okay? I take notes. I'm really good. I'm a scholar.
Go ahead.
Who put the camera in your hand? When did you fall in love with the camera?
I'll say about 2 years ago. My dad can attest to this. I've always been the type of kid, I don't really watch TV. I really watch YouTube a lot. And my dad would walk in and he would be like, "Why are you watching these people do these things? Why don't you just go and do it?" And
I did say that, didn't I?
yeah, I feel like that's kind of where that all started, because a few years later, lo and behold, I'm watching these people and like they're really my biggest inspirations. Like I'm watching these people and knowing me, I'm like, I'm the audience member. I'm watching these people, they're inspiring me. They're giving me a place of, okay, when I come home from school, let me put on one of their videos, get away for a while. And then it kind of switched to, okay, I kind of want to be that person for somebody else. And I always thought it was cool, so it just started as, okay, let me just do it. And at first, it wasn't even a camera; it was just my phone. And then off of this, just the curiosity of, okay, I want to see where this goes. It just kept snowballing into a real love once I immersed myself into it more. And then that's when I feel like my dad saw that, and
that's when I decided to invest.
Yeah,
I was going to say you invested in that.
Yeah.
And what are you going to school for?
What was that?
What are you going to school for?
I was actually planning to major in cybersecurity, but I've been having conversations with my family about majoring in film instead. There's just been a lot of stuff up in the air, but most definitely, like, once I go to school, like, a camera's gonna be in my hands.
Almost definitely. I'm so excited for you, little Love Jones. Look at you.
To add on to that one, so I had, I first, and I you know what, and I'm gonna bring up the movie Sinners again. At first, I was kind of like, hey, son, you need, it's, that's that film director stuff. And like, I do 100% support him, right? But I didn't really want that to be his major in college. I was encouraging him to say, let it be your minor, because I wanted him to get a job. Because sometimes that Hollywood, that's gonna be about who you know and not what you know. So you can have all the knowledge in the world, but that Hollywood, that once you're trying to get into the film, that's Hollywood, and you gotta have those connections.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna say I was a bad father. I was a concerned father, right?
Yeah.
But then after seeing Sinners, and then I started rethinking about it, because I would tell you right now, Sinners is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler did an amazing job, and when I started thinking about it, and I was talking to my wife, when we was talking to my son yesterday, and I was like, hey, we go ahead and go full hood into us. I'm full hood. Y'all can tell I'm so military. Go ahead and go full. Fully commit to what your passion is. Yeah. My thing first was like, I know somebody that went to high school with us that was in mass media and all of that stuff, and she's now actively working inside, on BET with Tyler Perry and other things, right? I also know somebody else that went to college for the same exact thing, but she's not living inside. She's not living inside her lane. So I was like,
yeah,
I didn't want him to have to sit and wait for an opportunity, but I told him
he gonna create his own table. Wait a minute now. He gonna go out there and create his own table.
Exactly. But as a father, I was concerned initially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't want him to what's the word? Starving artist.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to be that starving artist waiting for an opportunity. So I was like, hey, go find a major and get a real job, but still have the minor on the side in case something break. But I see his commitment, and then I think about Ryan Coogler, who his wife gave him the initial $300 to go get that software. So you know what? Me and his mother, we're just going to continue to just invest in him and like go ahead, and if that's what you want to major in, full major, we support it. Go for it, because he really has the passion for it.
I'm excited for you. You better, young king. You better do your thing.
Thank you.
You got anything else you want to ask our issue before we head into this setting some music? Or are you good?
No, one more thing. Now, who played the biggest impact on these 4 years? Because high school is crucial. A lot of people don't talk about it. High school can make or break you by association, by your decisions. It can really cause a fundo. It could really cause a fundo if you're not locked in and focused. So who has been like the major driving force in this journey of the last 4 years of your life? That's a long time.
I would have to say, in terms of who, and this probably isn't the who that most people expect me to refer to, but it would have to be God, like Jesus Christ. That's probably been the biggest, not even probably, that has
That's what I
been
want to hear.
my biggest waypoint throughout this whole 4 years, because it's definitely been a jump from middle school, obviously. And my parents, they parent in a way where it's like they're not really gonna like be on my back 24/7. It's more of, I built that trust with them. It's like, okay, you taught me the right things to do, and what's gonna happen if I do the wrong things. And then I feel like they put me out and let me go out into these situations, and I know what's gonna happen. You know, it's not
sink or swim.
Yeah, it's kind of exactly what you said, sink or swim. So it's kind of just like I just stay in my Bible, I keep praying, and I'm glad that they allow me to experience these things, because I'm seeing more of how I'm getting more opportunities to see how my faith has put me on a certain path that a lot of people aren't on. So it's kind of allowed me to grow deeper within that, because I've seen so many examples of it. So yeah,
I like it.
I'm here for it.
Before we go into these R&B hits, Mr. Malik, let me ask you one thing. What because we talked about your YouTube. Tell me something that the people will probably see on your YouTube. What is your main vision on your YouTube? What the people will see if they tap in?
My main vision is just to provide a unique experience, a raw experience, specifically cinematic experience. Not to get too deep, but I feel like a lot of, in terms of the internet in general, a lot of things are fueled by algorithms. How can I get the big numbers the fastest? How can I get virality the fastest? But a lot of it doesn't really have much substance to it. And I feel like that's what I want to provide. I basically just want to make what I don't see. Because I want to go back to a lot of the creators I get inspired by. They don't follow that formula. They subvert those rules and make their own art that's pure to themselves. So I kind of just want to recreate that same thing. I feel like I have a lot to give to people, so I want to give it in the most raw and uncut, uncurated way possible.
I like it.
I like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got more with Mr. Malik, S&D Malik. When we come back from these R&B hits, y'all know how we get down. We the baddest radio station in your town. Matter of fact, hey, around the world, Aisha, because we global R&B.
Okay.
Global. Hey, y'all, we ain't going nowhere. We are still the home of the BJ Murphy Morning Show. And like I said, we are here. Global R&B 96.3, the real deal in digital radio.
What's up, guys? You want to get some more exclusive content? You need to like and subscribe to the Global R&B 96.3 YouTube channel. I'll be waiting.